Hi, this is Jason over at Horrific Nightmares, and today I want to do a review for you for 1988's Witchery. Now, Witchery is directed by Martin Newland and clocks in at 96 minutes. And the movie is about a family who wants to buy a hotel on a small island where years previous they are unaware that a young pregnant woman was killed for allegedly being a witch. Now, when they arrive on this island, there's already a couple there. Now, the couple are there without permission. The guy is a photographer, and the woman is a writer who wants to write about the witchcraft that took place on the island. Um, they start getting picked off in horrific ways, and I'm going to leave the rest of it blank, basically, so you can watch it yourself and form your own opinion of it. A lot to talk about this movie. As I was watching this movie, well, let me start by saying that there are two notable actors in this movie, David Hasselhoff and Linda Blair. Um, and you know it's pretty bad when David Hasselhoff is the bright spot of the movie. But as I was watching this film, it just had a very Italian style feeling to the film. I didn't really pay attention to the opening credits that much. I noticed that underneath of Witchery it had a title called Evil Encounters. I went on the IMDb and found out it was also called La Casa 4 or Witchcraft. So this had quite a few names. And I just couldn't shake the feeling of it having that Italian style kind of feeling to the movie. The soundtrack, the shots, the atmosphere, the music. I mean, it all had this very Italian feel to it. So in doing more research, I found out some interesting things. And I'm going to read them to you. Apparently this was produced by Joe D'Amato, who, of course, we know is famous for Anthropophagus and Anthropophagus 2, or Absurd, or Horrible, whatever title you want to go by. He originally hired Luigi Cozzi, who did Contamination, and, of course, The Black Cat, 1989's The Black Cat. He hired Luigi Cozzi as the movie's director, who was involved in the pre-production, but ultimately left after realizing that he wasn't allowed to make any script changes. D'Amato replaced him with first-time director Fabrizio Laurenti, who goes by Martin Newland, while Cozzi went on to direct Paganini Horror in 1989, which I haven't seen but would like to. Now, this made a lot of sense, because as I said before, this movie had a very Italian feel to it, even though there were Americans in the movie and they were speaking American, no accent, no bad overdubbing until the end, but that's a different story. This movie, as I said before, stars David Hasselhoff and Linda Blair, who were both younger in their careers. And what I can say about this movie is, while I didn't hate it, I really didn't like it that much either. The movie was a mess. The writing was a mess. A lot of things that happened made no sense. The Italian feel was a little out of place for what they were trying to do, I felt. And, you know, like, it wasn't the worst movie I've seen, but it was pretty much far from the best. Now, the movie looks fantastic. The Blu-ray transfer is incredible, which can be a hindrance on a movie from the 80s as well. I think movies like this and Destroyer and some of the other ones were meant to be seen as VHS sort of transfer films, because the imperfections in the makeup with the HD transfer, you can really see the imperfections. Now, this is all practical effects, and I thought that they were I thought that they were pretty good. But, you know, the blending of the skin tone and stuff like that, you could definitely see some of the imperfections. Um, Overall, I think I'm going to give this movie a 5. I'll probably watch it again at a later date. I'm not in a real big hurry to watch it again, but I'll probably watch it again, you know, some other time and, you know, sit down and give it more of a chance. I had a hard time getting through this one. It took me a couple days, and I fell asleep a few times, which doesn't really bode well for the film. But I'll give it a 5 and, you know, kind of suspend my 5 on maybe another viewing. So it's a 5 for right now. But anyway, that's my review for Witchery, 1988. Thank you.